Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to the Citizen channel as we have a really big match preview. Yes, this is a big match preview this week. Today, whatever. I mean, this week, they're all happening twice a week at the moment, aren't they? Yeah, of course, Manchester City are playing at Borussia Dortmund in the second leg, aren't they? The quarterfinals of the Champions League on Wednesday, April the 14th and 8 p.m. British Standard Time. I apologise if I got GMT on the other week. I didn't realise this hour on and off affected GMT. How old am I? I didn't even know that, but there you go. And we're playing Borussia Dortmund, of course, at the Signal Iduna Park in Dortmund, also called the Westfalenstadion, which name derives from the Prussian province of Westphalia. Franco-Prussian War, 1860 was it? I don't know. That's the only thing I can remember. I do like my history, but I like football history. I forget so much. It's everything I remember. I've probably forgotten about 100 things. So anyway, there you go. Capacity, interesting. Obviously, there won't be anyone. Well, there will be officials and press, etc. But an 81,365 capacity, that ground. Quite impressive, isn't it? When you sort of come to the old Etihad last week, I mean, the Dortmund players probably not overly impressed with the stadium. Are they? They did say obviously Mr. Haaland liked it, but I doubt that very much. Yeah, it was construction opened on the 2nd of April 1974. The stadium, so quite old now, getting on a bit for nearly 50 years, isn't it? It won't be far, 50 years. Game's on BT Sport 3. So join me today. We'll have our usual features, look at our opponents, what our starting 11 should be now that we've played the Leeds game, had that debacle out of the way. I think we've got an idea, haven't we, what's going to happen for the starting lineup. Although, Pep will throw probably one or two spanners in the work. Who deserves another chance from that game and who's going to be just put straight in from the subs bench. Quite a few, I think. We'll have, of course, the odds on the game we've done just for fun bets. A little bit of history, just looking back at the last competitive game we played at Dortmund as well, with looking from someone else's views today. So that's an interesting one. I say I can't share my personal memories of going there. I've been to very few, as in one or two, I think, European games. I've not been to many over the years, but anyway, we'll get on to that in a minute. Of course, if you're new to this channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notification. Tell your City's supporting friends. I try and do these information vlogs and previews and reviews and history vlogs and quizzes, lots of different things on City. Obviously, regulars will know that if you look at my playlist. So I have a wide range of stuff. Some might not appeal, like the programme watch. Some people are into programmes and stuff like that. But, I have a wide range of stuff. The book club, also be a little bit of a movie club coming up at some stage. But, so little to sort of... not perhaps everything you'll like to watch. I mean, I do, but I mean, not everyone's like me, are they? So just dip in and out. And if you do check my list, I do have a film and TV channel as well. I do movie reviews, TV drama reviews, information vlogs on film and TV as well. So if that's of any interest to you, I mean, obviously... I know I need a rest from football occasionally, so have a look at that anyway if you get a chance, or point someone in my direction again. I'll be very grateful. All comments welcome, of course. And I've got my Facebook and Twitter links up there on screen. So if you want any followers or friends, just seek me out, and I do check every 3 or 4 days and follow and friend everyone back on that. And please, views are lovely, they're fantastic views. But if you enjoy it, I try and entertain with these little vlogs and inform. If you do enjoy it, please give us a thumbs up. It's lovely to get views, but it's nice to get thumbs up as well, just to know you are out there, and it only takes a split second. It's much appreciated. Right, here we go. Yeah, a little bit on the history, boys. We did a little feature last week, obviously, with the home leg of the Borussia Dortmund game. But so please, seek that out from last week. A little bit of a City Dortmund history on that one. Last time competitively tie at their place, of course. So it's not that long ago, not even 10 years ago, which is nothing, isn't it? It's a blink of an eye. 4th of December 2012, when we actually... sadly, in the group stages that year, we had a 1-0 defeat. So what I've done, rather than look at... obviously, I would have watched that on TV and have my own opinion. I can't remember particularly, but I could have watched the highlights. But, rather than go saps to the BBC or a newspaper and have a look at their match reports, I've just dug an old King of the Kippax out, January 2013, issue 203. So there you go. You probably, you know, if you're a King of the Kippax fan, you've probably got that. And I've got this, the How Was It For You? And I'm just going to have a look back at Sean Riley. Big City fan, obviously, goes, I think he's one of these guys that goes to pretty much all the games, doesn't he? So I'm just going to read out his views of the game. Of Borussia Dortmund 1, goal by Scheiber on 57 minutes. City 0, unfortunately. Attendance 65,829 with 2,928 blues. So well done, you guys who went. So I'll just read out from what Sean said in this piece in the King of the Kippax. Testament to the fans, despite qualification looking a distant dream, nearly 3,000 still made the journey over to a snowbound Germany for our final group game. For me personally, it was the ideal opportunity to tick another stadium off my list, now up to 9 and counting. Having not attended the friendly played here a couple of seasons ago, the ground is one of the biggest in Europe, and 81,500 regularly attend the Bundesliga matches played here. It has a look of a more traditional British stadium of old, with a big spine cop stand at one end of the ground. Yeah, you got the yellow wall, haven't you? The date of the game held significance. It was 11 years to the very day when a few of us beat the away fans band. Yeah, I think it was featured in the programme recently about the away fans fan for the Millwall game. Sean Wright Phillips' first ever goal, making it 3-2. How times change, but the memories will always remain. The official trips flew us into Cologne due to no night flights being allowed out to Dortmund, but the lessons from leaving late for the Schalke game a couple of seasons earlier had been learned, and we were taken by coach straight into Dortmund. The snow had fallen in Germany. It was bitterly cold. We found refuge in one of the decent pubs, and City fans mixed well with home fans, as we always do. In the ground itself, we shared the facilities with the home fans on the concourse. Proof again, given the chance, most fans will behave in a civilised manner. The atmosphere in the ground was good, and with nearly 3,000 blues still making the trip, it was a good turnout. Sinclair was given the chance to show what he can do, and Dzeko got a start as well. The first half was quite a stale affair. They didn't break sweat, whilst we looked more than comfortable. But as soon as we conceded, it looked as though they would go on to beat us comfortably. Dzeko spurned our best chance. Hart kept the score reasonable at the other end, as he did in the home game, of course. The introduction of Mario caused a noisy reaction from the home supporters, who were quick to remind him about Italy versus Germany in the European Championships. Never don't hold a grudge, the Germans, did he? In the short time Mario was on, it once again showed that he doesn't have the temperament to deal with crowds and the opposition. They offered the bait, and he took it. The game summed up our general inadequacies playing European opposition. We were second best in the challenge for a ball far too often, and as they say, the table never lies. We had finished bottom without a win in 6 games. Not good. And it's the poorest finish by an English club in the Champions League. Yeah, we actually drew our 3 home games and lost all 3 away games. But it had happened. We have to dust ourselves down and just get on with it. We never expected to win the competition, realistically. I've not done for many years. And should we go on to retain the Premiership next May, then this cold, unproductive night in Germany will be long forgotten and give everyone a chance to let our bank balance recover. Yeah, thank you, Sean Riley. So there you go. That's from the King of the Kippax there. Issue 203, January 2013. So yeah, I thought I'd just share that with you, just a little bit different. I do delve into the King of the Kippax, one of obviously my favourite hard copy magazine, which is the only one left, but that doesn't mean it's not my favourite. It was always my favourite, even when there were other ones out there as well. Thanks for sharing anyway. I hope you enjoyed that. Right, yeah, how are they doing? Yeah, since the game, I mean, yeah, and we played a game and they played a game, haven't they? But they did play Stuttgart away and just about deservedly won, I think, on the balance of play. 3-2 they won, but Haaland again had a blank, drew a blank. I think that's six games, is it now? And obviously let's hope it's 7. But yeah, he did fail to score. But worryingly enough, the goals did come from Bellingham, who actually scored his first Bundesliga goal, which, you know, perhaps he could have scored a Champions League goal last week. But he did, well, he did, didn't he? But he was robbed, let's be honest about it. He was robbed of that one. Roos scored, and Nuff, or Naff, Knauff, Naff. He's not Naff, is he? I mean, he got his first Bundesliga goal as well, so 2 of the scorers. So, yeah, in fact, it's just because Haaland's not stepping up, obviously some of the guys are sort of getting rid of the slack, aren't they? They're stepping up. Perhaps we could do with a few of our guys doing that. We certainly could have done it with Leeds, couldn't we? Someone scoring who doesn't normally score. They remain 5th, 7 points behind 4th placed Frankfurt. But there's only 6 games left now. They're running out of games to get into that top 4 qualifying for Europe place. Wolfsburg are in 3rd. They actually lost, but they're a further point ahead. So perhaps if one of those 2 teams has a bad run, Frankfurt or Wolfsburg, perhaps Dortmund could get involved, depending on how far they go in the Champions League. But obviously we've got something to do with that, haven't we? In the Champions League, of course, they've now, with that defeat at the Etihad, they've lost their last 6 games against English opposition. So let's hope we can make it a 7. Edin Terzic, the manager, who obviously is going at the end of the season. Thoughts from him on that game and the forthcoming second leg. Pep had some nice words for me at full time, but we're not done yet. It's half time and the tie is still open. We'll be ready to give it all our own, give it our all to overturn the result and reach the next round. Of course we will. So that sort of brings me on to my thoughts on the game. Yeah, I was a bit not perturbed. They were actually losing at one stage to Stuttgart, but they showed some bottle, some character, didn't they, to come back on that. And yeah, Pep's press conference itself is at 13th of April, the day before, at 1:15 p.m. So obviously I'm recording this well before then. That was our 7th successive win against German clubs at the Etihad, that 2-1 victory over Dortmund, thanks to Phil's 90th minute goal that added to Kevin's opener. Pep has made it clear that this and the Chelsea game were his priorities, let's face it. But obviously we could see that looking at the team he picked against Leeds, which obviously we had a pretty strong bench, to say the least, didn't we? So obviously it's more important than sort of 3 points in the league. All right, some say that's fair enough when you're well ahead, but yeah, not particularly. I don't particularly think that, to be honest with you. I thought he was slightly wrong. I thought he rested too many players, but almost all that bench will start, won't they? Will probably start against Dortmund. Almost all the bench, not quite all the bench. Will the Leeds defeat harm our confidence? This is another thing. I mean, it shouldn't do. It'll be a vastly different team stepping up to play Dortmund on Wednesday night. But as a team, and we are a team together, we're told we're all in this together, pulling together, and the team ethic, it must have dented it a little bit, in my opinion. And let's face it. You only have to look at KDB's face at the end of that Leeds United game to see that. He perhaps was itching to get on. Why didn't he get on for 20 minutes, 25 minutes? I have no idea. I know he brought Foden on, but obviously KDB's had a long time out, hasn't he? I'm sure he's fairly fit. I think apart from worrying about him getting injured, but as I have said in another vlog. He can get injured just getting out of bed in the morning or when he's training. So, yeah, I wasn't overly impressed, but that's it is what it is. It's gone, it's done. So yeah, let's hope it's only dented. Perhaps I think it may have dented psychologically the City team as such. Fortunately, it's an empty stadium. I think. But what worries me also is Pep said we were quite nervous in that first leg, which is a little bit worrying. I mean, if it was a full stadium, I would be less confident about what's going to happen over in Dortmund. But why should we be any less nervous in this? I'm not 100% sure. We've just been beaten by Leeds with 10 men for over half the game. A good team out, not our best team, obviously, but a good team out. So why should we be any less nervous than this? So that is a worrying factor for me. We will have to. That Leeds defeat certainly wouldn't have helped settle any nerves, I don't think, which is unfortunate. We did miss good chances on obviously it's important we don't miss good chances, of course, on Wednesday. Hopefully people like Mahrez, Gundogan, KDB and Foden will be less profligate in front of goal than we were against Leeds United. We can't afford to have 29 shots and only 1 goal. We can't even afford to perhaps have 9 shots and just 1 goal. And if we get 5 or 6 shots, we're going to have to get 1 or 2 goals, I think, aren't we? And this is the worry. And I'll say I'm still sort of confident, but we'll see by my score prediction, etc. in a moment. But yes, Dortmund are still finding and scoring goals, aren't they? That's what I'm not. Even with this bad run, even 5th in the Bundesliga, they can still score goals. I mean, they are getting beaten, games, but they're losing games 4-2 and 3-1. So they're very good at scoring goals. And even though Haaland, as I said, is in a mini drought, the other guys, you got 2 brand new scorers there turning up the other day, and that'll do their confidence no harm as well. Those players, Dortmund will be positive. I don't think they've got anything to worry about. There's no need to be worried perhaps about going a goal or 2 down. I think they'll just go for it. Unfortunately, I think we may have a little bit of added help to our defence that played again the first leg with Fernandinho, of course, coming back into the calculations. And I hope and pray that he will play in that first game. I'm sure he will, because obviously he didn't feature yet. He didn't feature against Leeds, so that will be a welcome addition to protect the defence, because I think the defence was left exposed far too much in that first leg. But if we play similar to how we did at the Etihad, where we did have a little bit of the look at bit of luck, didn't we? Let's be honest about it. I think with home advantage, Dortmund are going to be far better, and I think we'll lose this by at least 2 goals. That's if we play a similar style to what we played the first leg. So we have to do far better. I mean, an on-fire Sterling, for instance, would be good, wouldn't it? I mean, these Germans don't like players running at them like that, but we haven't got that anymore. I mean, an on-fire Sane from a year or two ago would have terrorised his sort of countrymen, wouldn't he? Let's be honest about it. But that's not happening. It's not happening with Sterling. There's absolutely no reason to think that he'll even start the game, certainly after that performance against Leeds. But we've got KDB pulling the strings. Hopefully, as I say, this little mini rest he's had, obviously missed another game, won't harm him, and he'll carry on his great form that he's been showing previously to this Leeds game, where he obviously didn't play. Our best, I'm just having a look at my ratings for the Champions League. I do little ratings for the different cups, and I've got ratings for the Champions League. And so far in our 9 games, obviously our best players and most consistent players have been Walker, Diaz, Cancelo, Rodri, Gundogan, Bernardo and Foden. So I mean, I expect all those to start, and all those will have to bring their A game for this. They will have to be at their very best. KDB hasn't played many Champions League games, that's why I didn't quite mention him there, but hopefully he's continue his good form. And the other one is important, as I said, it was Fernandinho, who he needs to avoid getting an early booking. That's the only thing, because that'll rein him in, obviously. But he will need to try and avoid getting a booking at all, because if, fingers crossed, if we do get through this, if he does get booked, or God forbid sent off, but I mean, you can see it, can't you? Depending on the referee. I don't know who the referee is yet. They've not released the information as I'm recording this. They will do tomorrow, but it's a bit late for this. But there you go. So God forbid a red card, but as long as, because he will miss the semi-final first leg if he gets a booking in this game. So that's, and there's another player, but I'll mention that in a moment. I'm not sure who it is offhand. So as long as he can keep and he can do his stuff and get away with perhaps 3 or 4 little things before he gets booked, or if he gets booked at all, hopefully he won't get booked. That'll be even better. But at least we'll have Fernand. I think we'll have Fernandinho there. I'm just, I'm not Pep, am I? I don't know, but surely after that first leg, I mean, we just needed someone like that, didn't we? And of course, Ederson's another one. Ederson's another one where he didn't do too. He's not been doing too badly in the ratings, but if you talk about nervousness and being far too keen, he'll have to rein in some of his enthusiasm, won't he, I think? And trouble is, I don't think he's quite learnt that yet, because we've seen it quite recently. So we don't need any reckless challenges. We don't need any needless darts off the line or anything like that. But it's probably, I think I said a few vlogs on another vlog somewhere, it's like asking the sun not to rise. But please, please just have a think sometimes, Edison. But hey, there you go. I say that perhaps that's part and parcel of it. But I say with a nervy team, we don't need that, do we? So it is time. It's time for Pep and the players to justify the biggest wage bill in the Premier League, isn't it? With this, this is what we're going to have to do, and we have to be at it from the very off. I mean, I think I'll allow them 2 or 3 seconds to get rid of the nerves from when that ball kicks off. Then after that, I want a total efficient performance. My 11, here we go. This is my 11, and if you just look at the first leg team, this is pretty much it. Ederson, Walker, Diaz, Stones, Cancelo, Fernandinho, Rodri, Gundogan, Foden, Mahrez, and KDB. I say I didn't particularly want Mahrez in the first leg, but I think he's going to be brought back for this again for the second leg as well. So so same as the first leg. A second chance perhaps for Cancelo. He wasn't very good, was he, against Leeds? And as I said, Werner back doing what he does best, hopefully. I say, there you go. So in general, it was Cancelo's the other player who's on a booking as well. So if Cancelo gets booked, he and Fernandinho gets booked, they will both miss a first leg of a semi-final. If if, and it's a big if at the moment in my mind anyway, we do get through. And, you know, it's an if, but I'm still 60-40 confident we can do it. My score prediction probably reflects that. I'm going to go 1-1. Efficient, just enough. But it could turn ugly. This is the thing. It could turn ugly. I'm hoping it'll turn ugly for them and not us. But yeah, it could all turn. You know, I've seen a few Champions League games where these teams come out of the block, fire out of the blocks, these European teams, and City look absolutely shell-shocked. As I said, get rid of those nerves. You've got 2 or 3 seconds and then be on it, focus for the next 90-odd minutes. But yeah, as I said, I'll go for 1-1. I'm not going to risk much money this week, that's for sure, on some of these little bets, but it could turn ugly. Let me know what you think anyway. As I said, I'm confident. I am 60-40 confident we'll get through, and hopefully we'll have a nice comfortable night, and we'll go 1, 2, 3 ahead or something, and it can all improve from there. But we can only go as far as that first leg and the Leeds game. Well, the first leg, as I said, it's going to be basically the same team, so we're going to have to step up. We're going to have to be a little bit better. We won that first leg, but hey, we did have a little bit of luck on the way on that first one. But hey, fingers crossed, we can do it. Right, there you go. Let me know what you think anyway. As I say, you know me, I'm always a glass half full, but I am confident we can get through this. And, you know, if we can't... you know, at the end of the day, as I said, I'm more confident than ever this season. This could be our season to win the Champions League, at least get to a final. So anything less than a win against Dortmund would be very, very disappointing. Over 2 legs, as I say, I'll take a draw. Would I take what happens if it's so obviously you've yeah, I'm just trying to think of the goal difference and stuff. Doesn't really make him want that a lot much difference, does it, if we score a goal? Because they'll still need to do a similar sort of thing to take it to extra time as well. But anyway, we'll worry about it. Let's worry about it when it happens. But let's hope it doesn't turn ugly. Right, so that's my views on that. And quickly, the odds on the game. Yeah, the last time against, obviously, when you get beat by someone like Leeds, it sort of makes all your bets a little bit dodgy, because I'm always positive on my bets. As I very rarely bet against City. I'm not doing this for a bit of fun. I'm not doing it with all seriousness. So please, when the fun stops, stop and be gamble aware. And obviously, I only ever bet what you can afford on this. So yeah, the last time against Leeds, a small loss of 2.62 points. Yeah, I just saved a little bit because I had 2.5 goals. So that didn't matter who scored the 2.5 goals. So obviously 3 goals in the game, so that didn't matter. But obviously that saved it. But I still made a little loss of 2.62. So I'm keeping my little bets to the minimum this week. I'm not going to go mad this week. For the actual title, Champions League, yes, City probably firmed up slightly again. The 15-8 after beating Dortmund in the first leg. 15-8 favourites City to win the Champions League. Chelsea are second favourites at 4-1. PSG are 9-2. Madrid at 11-2, and now Dortmund have gone out to 33-1. The match odds for City to win is 4-6. That's not bad. You think City will win it? That's not a bad price, is it? As I said, I'm not 100% confident. And if I go for a draw, and I'm going to have a little go on a draw. I don't usually bet on the match odds, but I'll go for the draw 16-5. I've just had a half a point on that, so just a little bit better than 3-1. So I'll go with that. As I say, I'll be happy with the draw. I'd love a win, but I'll be happy with the draw. And for a Dortmund win over the game, it's 15-4, almost 4-1. If you think Dortmund will do the business. First goal scorer again. I've gone on this. Something I don't normally go on, but you got Haaland at 9-2. I'm not going to bet on him. Mahrez 13-2, Foden 13-2, but he gets 7-1 on KDB, first goal scorer. So it worked last time. So I'll have another go on that. I'll have half a point. I'm not going to go mad with my bets this week. I'll have half a point on KDB, first goal scorer at 7-1. Both teams to score. Yeah, the bookies think both teams will score. It's 4-7 on, and no is 6-4. Again, if you fancy a tight game, I mean, I think both teams will score. I'm not going to risk anything on it, but I think they will. I hope not. I hope we can keep a clean sheet, but that's how it is. Correct score, if you fancied a 1-0 like the last time over in Dortmund, as we talked about, that's 16-1. But my 1-1 is 7-1, so I've got half a point on that, and I've gone for a 2-1 win for City as well, so we duplicate what we did at home. So I've gone for a 2-1 win at 15-2. I've got another half a point on that as well, so that's my confidence. There, if you fancied, I mean, obviously you think Dortmund will win 2-1. It's 15-1. That's 90 minutes time, of course. A 3-1 win for City's 12-1, and a 3-1 win to Dortmund's 33-1. If you fancied that, half time, full time. City half time. City full time is 6-4. Draw and City 7-2. I think that's probably the better of the two options. Anytime goal scorer, there we go. You got the obvious ones. I mean, you've still got people like Sergio Aguero in it and stuff, which isn't going to happen. But the best prices, and these are with the big bookmakers, the best prices you can get. Anytime goal scorers, you can get Foden, you get 2-1. But again, KDB, as I said, I've gone to first time goal scorer, but yeah, I almost went for any time goal scorer at 21-10, and that's not a bad bet actually, but because I went first goal scorer, I'll leave that, but I wouldn't put anyone off doing that one. And the under-over goals to finish off, yeah, over 2.5 goals is 8-15. Yeah, I can see why that's so an odds-on, to be honest with you, that's okay. If you fancied over 3.5, you'd think it will be a goal fest. I mean, you say Dortmund aren't frightened to score, big scoring games, 3-1s, 3-2s, 4-2s. So over 3.5 at 11-8 is a very good price as well. I certainly won't put you off that. But there you go, that's the little bets. Let me know what you're having a little flutter anyway, what you fancy for this. And before we go, of course, we just have a quick look at the We're Not Really Here show, and that this week starts about an hour and 5 minutes before kick-off in Dortmund, and Kel Spellman is joined by Kevin Horlock and Richard Dunn this week. Yeah, I forgot Kel Spellman was an actor. I was looking up his information and I thought, oh, that's him there. I didn't, because I have watched him a couple of times. I thought, where do I know his face? But obviously he was in Cold Feet, and he's been in other things, hasn't he? So my apologies, Kel, for not realising, but I'll say it's my age. We get to know these things. But there you go. So that's Kel Spellman with Kevin Horlock and Richard Dunn on the We're Not Really Here. So I do tune in. I sort of have it on in the background sometimes. Well, I'm doing some work and stuff, obviously, on the games. I'm doing my images and doing various team squads and stuff like that. So yeah, it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. It's not. It's just there as background, really. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Of course, I'll be back with a review of the game on Thursday. It'll be about early afternoon, I'd imagine. I'm actually so I'll be back with a review of the game. Hopefully, fingers crossed, a nice cheerful review after that Leeds one. Perhaps not. But yeah, hopefully I'll be back with that. And please check out all my recent vlogs, obviously including a very recent on the 11th of April. A visit to Villa Park in 1981. My little memories on that FA Cup semi-final game against Ipswich Town. So please check that out. That's probably one of the more recent City history vlogs I've done. But we're sort of doing one a day, and there's even 2 the other day on the vlog. So there's plenty of stuff out there. Please check out all the playlists. Anyway, thanks for joining me for this big match preview. Borussia Dortmund versus Manchester City, second leg, Champions League quarter-final, with City having a not massive 2-1 lead. So let's carry on. Yeah, I'll be happy with 2-1, but I'll take 1-1. But I think it'll be a nervy night. I don't usually get nervous at Champions League games, but I think I'll be a bit more nervous this season because I do think we've got a chance. But and I've never really thought that the last few seasons. So there you go. I say. So I think I will be a little bit more nervous, but I won't be devastated. It's not, I think I'm more upset by the Leeds game than if we get knocked out of this. But that's just how I am. That's just a lot of us older fans with the Champions League. That's how it affects us, really. It's nice to do it, but that league is far more important, and that's what really hurt anyway. But anyway, that's another story, isn't it? Thanks for joining me. Whatever you want to do there, stay out a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. Until we meet here again on the Citizen channel, or perhaps you have a flit across, have a look at my film and TV channel, wherever it is. All I ever ask of you is please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.